I still remember the first time I walked into a Filipino wet market. I come from the US where supermarkets are basically air-conditioned temples of order, silence, and pre-packaged everything. The kind of place where apples shine like they're auditioning for a commercial, vegetables stand perfectly still like they're modeling for a painting, and nobody talks to you unless it's a polite hello at the checkout counter. So when I stepped into my very first palengke, I swear it felt like walking into an entire ecosystem of organized chaos. Like a live-action National Geographic episode, but with better food and louder "Hoy, fresh aista, meringue mora," being shouted from every direction. In America, grocery shopping is predictable. You park your car, grab a cart, and walk down aisles that smell like lemon cleaner and capitalism. You grab your pre-cut chicken breasts, your microwavable everything, and your fruits that somehow never have bruises. You put them in your cart, check out, go home, end of story. But here, in the Philippines, grocery shopping is a full-blown cultural experience. And let me tell you, I was not ready. The moment I stepped into the wet market, humidity slapped me like a telenovela villain. Every direction had something happening. Someone chopping, someone gutting fish, someone laughing, someone running, someone yelling, someone trying to sell me vegetables I didn't even know existed. And oh my God, the smells, not bad, just alive. A mixture of fresh seafood, grilled street food, vegetables, laundry soap, and occasionally something that reminded me of, well, mystery, but that's part of the charm. In an American supermarket, the fish section is quiet, clean, and smells faintly like ice. Fish come pre-filleted, plastic wrapped, and looking like they passed away peacefully. In a Filipino wet market, the fish are still looking at you, fresh, alive, or at least they were 5 minutes ago. A man waved a tilapia at me like he was greeting a long-lost friend. "Ma'am!" Very fresh. Gusto mo? I swear the fish blinked. Or maybe that was me. But the amazing part? Instead of me making awkward decisions in a cold aisle pretending I know what fresh means, the vendors actually teach you. They'll tell you which fish is best for sinigang, which for nihaw, which for frying, and which will make your neighbors come knocking because it smells too good. Try getting that at Walmart. What struck me next was how insanely friendly everyone was. I was a foreigner walking through a maze of stalls, but instead of staring at me like I didn't belong, people included me instantly. Vendors joked with me, laughed with me, let me smell herbs, taste local fruits, and taught me Tagalog words I absolutely butchered, but they still celebrated like I won a spelling bee. And the bargaining? Oh, my American heart was not ready. In the US, you don't negotiate prices unless you're buying a house or a car. If you tried to haggle in Target, they'd probably call security. Here, it's part of the fun. Makano po? I asked, proud of myself for sounding fluent. "Per seo, ma'am, special price." I didn't even know what special meant, but somehow I ended up with a kilo of vegetables for the price of a Starbucks drink. Speaking of vegetables, wow. In American supermarkets, veggies look perfect, but somehow taste like they studied the concept of flavor instead of actually having one. Filipino wet market vegetables? Fresh, earthy, real, like they were harvested by someone's grandfather that morning. Then came the meat section. Back home, meat is sealed in plastic, labeled neatly, sanitized, and so frozen it could be used to build an igloo. But in the Philippines, you actually see the meat. You see the cuts, the freshness, the butchering right in front of you. At first, I was shocked, then fascinated, then hungry, because somehow watching people cut fresh pork made me crave adobo. The chicken section nearly gave me a heart attack, though. In American supermarkets, the chickens are so still and cold that you almost forget they were once animals. In the palengke, you see everything, and the butchers move at lightning speed. It's like watching a cooking competition show, but with higher stakes and less drama. I quickly learned one thing. If you want to appreciate Filipino cuisine, you need to understand the wet market. This is where real cooking begins. This is where flavor lives. And the fruits, oh my goodness. As an American, I thought I knew what mangoes tasted like. I was wrong, so wrong. US mangoes are like the distant cousins of Filipino mangoes, nice, polite, but not exciting. Philippine mangoes, they flirt with you, they seduce you. They taste like sunshine was trapped inside them and the fruit decided to release it all at once. The vendor gave me a slice and I swear my soul levitated. Then I tried lanzones, then rambutan, then gayabano. My immune system was confused but joyful. My taste buds were filing for citizenship. Meanwhile, in America, the most exotic fruit in a supermarket is a pineapple with a sticker that says, "Product of somewhere." Another thing I noticed, buying food in the US is lonely. Even with hundreds of people in the store, nobody talks to you. You go in, you leave. But in the Philippines, shopping is a social event. People ask where you're from, why you're here, if you like the heat, if you've eaten, if you're married, and if not, they know someone. A woman selling tomatoes even invited me to her daughter's birthday. A man selling bananas tried to adopt me. A Lola selling flowers prayed over me. Try experiencing that level of cultural warmth in Costco. Then there are the prices. In the US, groceries can feel like a robbery without the weapon. Everything is expensive. Even eggs look at you like, "Are you sure you can afford me?" But in the Philippines, your money stretches like yoga. You buy a week's worth of fresh produce for the price of one American lunch. I literally filled an entire bayong and still had money left over for street food. Which brings me to another shocking difference. In America, you don't eat inside the supermarket. You just shop and leave. But in Filipino markets, you snack along the way. Tempura, fish balls, quack quack quack, fresh buko juice. And everyone encourages it. In the US, the only free sample you might get is a tiny cube of cheese on a toothpick from a bored employee. In the Philippines, they feed you like you're a celebrity guest. And then there's the mall because the Philippines isn't just about wet markets. Malls here are a lifestyle, a culture, a climate-controlled paradise. American malls are dying. Half the stores are empty, and the only thing thriving is Auntie Anne's pretzels. But Filipino malls? They're alive, crowded, massive. Shiny, families, teens, titas doing power walking, everyone is there. And the supermarkets inside these malls? They're like the hybrid child of American order and Filipino soul. There's fresh fish, local produce, imported snacks, desserts, everything. You can walk in stressed and walk out with groceries, a massage, and a mango float. I remember thinking, if American malls had this many food options, we wouldn't have abandoned them. But the biggest difference isn't the prices, the freshness, or the chaos. It's the connection. In America, grocery shopping is transactional. In the Philippines, it's relational. Every vendor has a story. Every ingredient has a purpose. Every visit feels like joining a community. And maybe that's why Filipinos cook with so much love, because even the ingredients are bought with interaction, humor, and human warmth. Sure, American supermarkets are convenient, clean, organized, but Filipino wet markets? They're real, they're alive. Their culture in its rawest, most beautiful form. And honestly, after experiencing both, I think I finally understand why Filipino food tastes the way it does. Because in the Philippines, cooking doesn't start in the kitchen. It starts in the market, with people, noise, laughter, bargaining, fresh ingredients, and stories that you carry home along with your groceries. And every time I walk through a wet market, I feel like I'm not just shopping. I'm participating in something ancient and vibrant and wonderfully human. And that's something no American supermarket, no matter how shiny or organized, can ever compete with.